Okay, so they really have like yaoi, yandere CDs where like all you really hear for the next 3 hours of two high-pitched voice yelling at each other. That thing's recording, isn't it? As I'm talking about this.
I don't appreciate you talking about my CD collection.
So, Hikikomori, the dangers of Hikikomori. The Hikikomori?
Hikikomori.
Hikikomori. That go the fuck outside syndrome. That's what I'm gonna call it. Well, pretty much what it is when you become a shut-in, you're afraid to go outside, you're afraid to interact with huge crowds. And you know, I know you guys are like, oh, that's a typical nerd, but have you know that we nerds like to go outside. It's called conventions and comic book stores and fast food joints. But that does count as going outside. At least with me. I just made myself depressed.
Speaking of depressing, there are two animes that are basically I would think the epitome of a Hikikomori lifestyle. That would be Welcome to the N.H.K, which I think is more depressing. And
isn't that the one the dude's like almost every episode he's crying?
Yeah.
Like crying.
Yeah.
Like grown man crying.
Feels.
No, there's no feels. It's like, what, dude, for a man to cry that much, why don't you just kill yourself?
You would see, he does try to kill himself.
Oh yeah, that was too soon. Oh, and also, since you're gonna bring in N.H.K, I'm also gonna bring in Watamote, which just came out last year, and honestly is probably the most realistic interpretation of an anime fangirl.
I'd have to agree with you. Still not more depressing than Sato from N.H.K, but
it's more depressing.
It's more depressing than a guy with actual physiological problems going through his
like this.
But you dated them.
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately.
So obviously.
Into witchcraft. Don't ask me how I know that bitch. That bitch was into witchcraft.
I don't know if that's Hikikomori's.
It's called Crazy Mori. I made that shit up. But that's what that was.
Understandable, yes. So, but at least, like I said, you dated them. Sato doesn't even. He can't even get a date.
That's
the girl that Sato, yes.
Call him bitch ass name.
Okay, well, he's not one. He's got a psychological problem that keeps him in the house and keeps him from actually being able to interact with people on a normal level. Why can't he just drink himself happy like a normal person? Because he's not happy. He can't. He does drink, and it does make him happy, but at the same time...
Make me happy.
But you are not him. Anyways, it is more depressing to do it as an adult. In Watamote, she's in high school. Obviously, she's going to be unpopular. There's always got to be an unpopular girl. Sorry for you unpopular girls. It gets better. It's just high school. There's always going to be the girl who's got like the crazy fandoms and the yandere and the yaoi and the
dating sim games.
Yeah,
she doesn't bathe. And she always looks tired.
I'm telling you, it's the same N.H.K.
And she has to threaten her brother to talk to her so she can try to get better at talking to people.
Yeah.
But her brother's like looking at her like, why is this bitch talking to me? Yeah, that's totally uplifting.
Yeah, but at least you don't cry every episode because everything in your life always comes down to pieces. You don't fall in love. She didn't fall in love with an online person. Come to find out the online person was her next door neighbor. Just trying to prove a point.
Wait, that happened? No, seriously, that happened?
Yeah, that happened.
This is off camera moment. Like, what? Like, really? That happened?
Yes.
So he, with the penis,
Sato,
talking to guy next door, the asshole, who was obsessed with dating sims and hentai games.
Obsessed, but still a functioning, going outside person, not Hikikomori to the point that Sato is.
Okay, you call that functioning, I call that...
If you can go outside and go to school, just because you have hobbies and you like figures and pillows, I know, doesn't mean that you are necessarily a Hikikomori. If you sat in your house all day and didn't talk to anybody, felt so outside of humanity that you didn't even want to kill yourself, you just wanted to sit inside your room and do nothing for days and days and days.
Magical goblins. Imagine magical goblins talking to you. Yeah, those little creepy little things.
Okay, that might be how you do to deal with society, but that's not what Sato did. He didn't talk to anybody. He was just in his darkness, in his room, in his cavern, by himself, doing nothing, underneath his sheets.
Okay.
And you call that less depressing than a girl who goes to school every day, tries to interact with people and have conversations. Hey, you try and you fail. At least you tried. I'm pretty sure on a T-shirt or a
May I tell you one of her coping
somewhere.
mechanisms was she used to talk to people. She sees an anime, and I used to do this myself. This is a little confession time. I don't do it as much. And okay, I do it, but I know for a fact it doesn't fucking work. She like, oh, Kiriko's so popular because nobody talks to him. I'm not gonna talk to nobody too. Wanna know the fucking difference, bitch? Kiriko plays goddamn basketball. Basketball gets you bitches, okay? It's scientifically proven by the University of
It also gets you really good friends with North Korean dictators.
Bitches.
Yeah, those two.
North Korean bitches, right?
If you mean people named Kim, then yeah. So you still think that that is more depressing? Someone who tries and fails because that's just life in high school is more depressing than someone who doesn't even want to try.
We've all been that person. Realistically, I've been that person.
Right.
You've been that person.
Right.
You watching probably were that person.
Right.
And that's where it hits you the most because, like, I used to try this shit back in the day. You probably still try it to this day right now.
Maybe the yaoi CDs. But none of those.
The yaoi CD was weird because I told you about the whole voice actor incident, which I'm going to talk to you later about that, versus your guy, Saki, which is like... Saki. Anyway, Saki. Saki was like, oh, I'm in my room, but I still have a girl who likes me and is trying to help me.
But she's...
Yeah, she does.
She does try for a while, but then he pushes her away too. Which you haven't even got that far yet.
I didn't get that far.
But he pushed her away. So now he even denies...
Exactly.
He denies the one person that might actually care for him because he can't handle the feelings.
Damn, you got that song stuck in my head.
Pudurin will always love you. Pudurin knows and loves all.
Pudurin looks like the creepy version of my best buddy, pedophile version.
Your best buddy?
You remember those little dolls you can customize and personalize, and she looks like a pedophilic version of that?
American Girl dolls?
Yeah. There we go. That's what they're called?
I can't believe you dissed American Girl dolls by Anime Aficionados.
Yeah, I did. We thought Disney princesses were bad.
Well, at least they're cuter than those figurines that you have in your room.
Oh no, those figurines are where it's at. I'm talking about you like little girls. I like women. There's a difference. That's what we feel about the Hikikomori life and about N.H.K. and Watemote. Both great animes. They're kind of depressing.
Very depressing.
Both have their own hit or miss points. We've all in the nerdom world had to deal with depression and seclusion in one way or another, and they're kind of a great and very realistic and humbling way to peek into that world. But hey, watch both and check us what you think who has more depressing life. Would it be Tomoko from Watemote or Saki, that nigga, what he said.
From N.H.K.
So let us know what you think. Comment down below. Hit us up both on Facebook and the Twitter.
And if you guys really just want to vent about your own Hikikomori problems, we are really here to listen to you.
Yeah, tell us about that crazy girl you dated who wanted to commit witchcraft on you.
Or that crazy girl that you were that just wanted to be popular.
That you wanted to commit witchcraft on. They exist. I'm crazy. You're crazy. Get away from me. Oh. So anyway, that is the Manga Nights signing out with the anime official.
This is Little Wren, and we will talk to you guys next time.